Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Sox is Francisco Barrios, whose record is 2-1 with a 3.90 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dan Petry, whose record is 0-2 with a 5.32 ERA. And so we were lucky to escape yesterday's game with a win. It was actually a runaway performance from Detroit, and then we had 3 errors, 2 by Tommy Brookins at third, and 6 of those 10 White Sox runs were unearned, and they came back, they took the lead. And then Jason Thompson hit a 2-run walk-off home run in the 9th inning and saved us from extra innings. And our bullpen did struggle a little bit, but the defense didn't help them out at all. And so we're moving on today. It's the 4th game of the series, 7 in a row against the White Sox. And I'll be glad when I don't have to see them anymore. They have so many left-handed starters that I'm kind of sick of that. But Barrios is a righty today. As you can see here, our bullpen is completely available. Jerry Uger will get his first major league start in tomorrow's game against the Oakland A's. But as far as today's game goes, there's Petry, as you can see, in the lineup to pitch today. And then here's the starting lineup for the Tigers. All of the main guys are in there. Lance Parrish had the day off. We've put him in there at catcher today, where he belongs. I just slid him down a bit. He doesn't seem to be hitting for power, nor does he seem to be hitting for average. And so we're just going to move him down in the lineup and let some of these contributors here get some PT. Okay. We're going to do our deep dive on Garry Hancock today. I can't wait to tell you about him. This is one really cool piece of trivia, and I learned a few things that I didn't actually know about him. So, but we're going to go ahead and do the White Sox lineup today. And here we go. It's leading off and playing right field today is Joe Gates. Batting second and at first base is Mike Squires. Batting third and in center field is Chet Lemon. Batting cleanup and catching today is Marv Foley. Batting fifth and in left field is Ron Pruitt. Batting sixth and at shortstop is Fran Mullins. Batting seventh and DHing is Henry Cruz. Batting eighth and at third base is Kevin Bell. And batting ninth at second base is Manny Trio. And Dan had actually 2 decent starts in a row. And then in his last start, he was cruising through 4. And then the wheels just came off. He ended up giving up 7 runs. And that was the bullpen just pouring gasoline on the fire. And so, yeah, it was unfortunate that he got dealt that kind of a blow, but let's see if he's got anything in his tank for today. Making his 5th start, he's doing a lot better than last year. Look at the opponent's batting average compared to last year, and let's hope that is a positive trend for the rest of the season. And here's the Tigers' defense, if you want to take a look there and see how it's all playing out. Pretty much the same, right? And so let's get to it. Here's Joe Gates leading off against Petry, 2 for 3 with a walk. And Petry strikes him out as Gates is playing out of position today in right field. So next up is Mike Squires, and he walks, so that's very Dan Petry-like, a walk and strikeout then a walk. So Squires at first, and Lemon hits it into left center field, and it's going to be caught by Kemp. At first glance, I thought that was going to be long gone, but it's caught for the second out. Oh boy, then Marv Foley hits it down the right field line. It's going to score Squires all the way from first, and it's 1-0 on the RBI double from Marvelous Marv Foley. So 2 down. Here's Ron Pruitt. Oh, there we go. Petry walks Pruitt. So this is not a good start for Dan, as he gets Fran Mullins to pop it up to Garry Hancock in right field, and that'll do it. So Petry gives up a run, and we're going to the bottom half of the first. Let's go ahead and do the Tigers lineup rundown, and then we'll take a look at Barrios, and then I'll tell you about Garry Hancock. So, of course, batting leadoff, and in center field is our Ricky Henderson. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting fifth and in right field is Garry Hancock. Batting sixth and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting seventh and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting eighth and at third base is Wayne Gross. And batting ninth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. And here's Barrios. We saw him earlier this week. I already gave you his back history, which was very sad, and died at a very young age of 28. But he got a no decision in his last start, going only 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, 4 earned, 6 hits, and no strikeouts. So let's try to have a repeat of that today. And real quick, let me just pull up Garry Hancock. I'll tell you about him. Kind of an interesting guy. He was drafted 5 times in his career, 3 times in the first round. Eventually, he was drafted by the Indians in the first round, number 17 overall in the January secondary draft. And that was out of the University of South Carolina. In 1977, he was traded to Boston for Jack Baker. And in 1978, he got called up with a cup of coffee for the Red Sox. He was batting .325, leading the International League that year. But it was really tough for him to find any time in the outfield, because he was playing behind a couple players you might know, Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, and Fred Lynn. And even though he was batting well in the minors, they ended up dealing him to Oakland in a 5-player trade. And so one of the things the interesting piece of information about him, I read this, I had to do a deep dive on him to find out some extra information. And so Garry Hancock is one of 2 left-handers in A's history that's had 100 at-bats with less than 10 walks. The other one was Jose Tartabull. That was back in 1961. Now, kind of cheating, he had exactly 100 at-bats. For Garry Hancock, in the year that he did that, he had 261 plate appearances. So a little bit tougher. If you take a look at what he's done for us last season between Boston and Detroit, he only walked 10 times, and 2 of them were intentional. So that's something that he's just not prone to do, is take a pitch. And he's got 3 this year, so that's kind of remarkable. Anyway, unfortunately, he passed away at the very young age of 61. I was able to find his obituary as Henderson gets a base hit to lead off the game. We're not going to go for 2. But I could not find out the reason why. So if anybody out there is more savvy than I am, and you want to look that up, I would be forever in your debt to find out exactly why he passed away so young. But we're going to steal with Ricky Henderson. We had 4 stolen bases yesterday and 2 caught stealings. And Henderson does steal second base. So runner on second. 1-0 count to Trammell. And Trammell's going to hit a fly ball to center field. Is that going to be deep enough for Henderson? Ooh, we got a 50-50 shot against Chet Lemon. I'm going to say no, because we have Gibby coming up, and Gibby is crushing it versus righties. He's batting .370. There we go. He shoots it through the left side all the way down to the wall, and that's a double. An RBI double for Gibby. batting .361 in his first real chance of playing every day. And he's looking pretty good as Kemp hits a fly ball to right field. And that's 2 down. We're not going to have Gibby get thrown out at third. We're going to let Garry Hancock, the man of the hour, have a chance to drive him in. And he walks. So he walks. Oh, yeah, that's 4 walks for him already this year. So he's way ahead of pace. Runners at first and second for JT, and JT hits a ground ball to first. And that will be the 3rd out. So we go to the top of the second, tied at 1. Henry Cruz leading off. He's got a home run against Petry in his career. And he rips it to right, but Hancock will make the play. There's 1 down. Here's Kevin Bell. We saw him once this series, or I guess between the 7 games that we've played. Getting a chance to play third, which is probably why Gates is out there in right. Bell flies out to center, and then Petry walks the number 9 hitter, Manny Trio. So runner at first base. Here's Joe Gates. And Gates is going to fly out to left. Yep, Kemp makes the play, and that's going to be it. So we go to the bottom of the second. Lance Parrish leading off. Parrish hits a ground ball to second. And Trio makes the play. That's 1 down. Up next is Wayne Gross. He's 3 for 18 against Barrios. He was in the same division for a while, and Gross gets the better of him with a base hit. So Gross is on first. Here's Sweet Lou. He had a home run in yesterday's game. He's been struggling, but he did hit that long ball. Let's see if he's got a chance here to build on that. Nope, he's going to fly out to left. Gross still remains at first. There's a chance for Ricky. Ricky is going to walk. So that's 2 walks for Barrios. And no strikeouts in his last 7 innings against Detroit. Trammell hits a ground ball to third, and that's a tailor-made double play around the horn. We go to the top of the third. All tied at 1. Mike Squires leads off in the top of the third, and he grounds out to Trammell. That's 1 down. Next up is Chet the Jet. We talked about him yesterday as he grounds out to Trammell. That's 2 down. And Marv Foley, he got the game all tied up with a 3-run shot yesterday, his first on the year. And Petry walks him. 4 walks for Petry. This is the old Petry that we do not want on our team. Oh, man, there you go. Long ball by Ron Pruitt. 4th home run of the year. Pruitt is batting .340. He's crushing it. So it's 3-1. And I'm guessing Petry's not going to last too much longer as he walks Mullins. He's at 71 pitches. So 2 down. Here's Henry Cruz. Cruz hits a ground ball to Thompson. And Thompson, who made a costly error yesterday, makes the play. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-1. Here's Gibby leading off. He had the RBI double, and he's got himself a... Oh, I thought he was going to have another double. But he's 2 for 2 on the day. Gibby on first. We're going to hit and run with Kemp. We don't do that very often with him. I usually like to let him swing away. But he's got probably the best contact on the team, I guess maybe other than Garry Hancock. And he grounds out to first, moving Gibby to second. Hancock's going to hit a fly ball to center. And again, it's a 50-50 shot. I'm going to say no. I think we're going to give JT a chance here to drive him in. He is 3 for 8 with a home run against him. He's going to pop it up. Okay, so that ends the inning. We're here at the top of the 4th. We're going to play this out with Petry as Bell hits a ground ball to short. There's 1 out. Next up is Manny Trio. Trio pops it up. He had a certain ball 4 there. So 2 down. Here's Joe Gates. You can't seem to get him out today. And there's a base hit to center field. He's had 85 pitches, and he's definitely ineffective. All right, we're going to give him one more shot. Oh, man. So, okay, we're going to walk Squires to get to the righty. We're going to let Petry pitch to him. And then this might be it, one way or another, whether he gets him out or not. Oh, he gets Lemon to pop it up right in front of the mound. Oh, and it's dropped. Come on. Parrish, who is just terrible defensively. You got to take a look at it. He's got a .956 percentage as a catcher. He has 5 errors in 21 games. And his caught stealing percentage is 23% with a negative defensive WAR. That is brutal. Well, all right. They forced my hand. So we're going to bring in Keith Comstock. This is a perfect role for Schatzeder, who we traded to get Henderson. Yeah, he walked him. So that's 6 walks for Detroit pitchers in 4 innings as a run scores on that. And that's going to bring up Ron Pruitt, who already parked one. Pruitt hits a ground ball to Whitaker, and that will end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 4-1. That run was tacked on to Petry's line. And here's Parrish leading off the bottom of the 4th. He rolls it on over to short. Mullins makes the play. That is 1 down. Next up is Wayne Gross. And Gross pops it up into foul ground for the 2nd out. That'll bring up Sweet Lou. He's 1 for 12 against Barrios. Yeah, he's due. There's a home run. Back-to-back games with a home run for Sweet Lou Whitaker. So 4-2, back to the top of the lineup with Ricky. Ricky gets a base hit to right. Ricky be running. Yeah, we're going to try for a double. Oh, come on. So Ricky's thrown out at second base. 60% chance, so it's better than 50%. And the best base runner in the history of mankind can't make it against some nobody. So we go to the top of the 5th, and Mullins leads it off with a base hit against Keith Comstock. We're going to keep him in there. He strikes out Henry Cruz. So 1 down. Here's Kevin Bell. Bell hits a ground ball to second. And they turn 2. 4-6-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-2 Chicago. We've got to keep chipping away here. Trammell hits a ground ball to second. Here's 1 out. Back to Gibby, who's 2 for 2 on the day. Oh, he's going to hit a high fly ball to center. Whoa, that is deeper than I thought. 415 feet to that cavern out in center. That's going to bring up Kemp, who just plops it into the bleachers in right field. How many is that for him? 2. That's only his 2nd home run. All right, we're chipping away. 2 home runs for the Tigers. And Garry Hancock lines out to second. So we're going to the top of the 6th. We've got a couple lefties coming up. We're going to bring the outfield in against Trio. Trio hits a ground ball to JT. There's 1 out. Let's see if we can finally get Joe Gates out here. Hey, there we go. Comstock strikes him out. So So 2 down for Mike Squires, and Squires is popping it up. Any chance that Parrish can actually catch it? Yep. He got a bigger glove when he went back into the dugout. So we're going to the bottom of the 6th, 4-3. JT leading off. We're going to switch it over to the in-game stats. Wow, Henderson 2 for 2 with the stolen base, but these guys got some homers. I don't know. It's a tough call for player of the game. We'll see how it plays out. Here's JT. JT hits a line drive into center field. Oh, it's going to be caught by Lemon. 1 down for Parrish. He's 0 for 2. There we go. He shoots it to right for a base hit. 1 for 3 on the day. Next up is Wayne Gross. This is a double play waiting to happen. There we go. A little 3-6-3. Oh, no. Parrish must have been hustling, as the only play was to step on the bag at first. So 2 down for Sweet Lou. And Lou, who had a home run as the last at bat, flies out to center. And we go to the 7th. We're going to take out Comstock. Pretty solid job there. 2 1/3 innings. And, man, we've really pitched some of these guys maybe a little more than we should have. We're going to bring in Roger Weaver, who we like. And I know I made a bad decision not giving him the job, either as closer or a setup guy out of spring training, but I didn't do it. And that was my bad. As Lemon flies out, Foley goes and sits in his van down by the river. That's 2 down. And Ron Pruitt hits a grounder to Tram, and Tram throws him out. So 1-2-3 inning for Weaver. 4-3, bottom of the 7th. Ricky Henderson leading off, and there's a base hit to left. Everybody in the park knows he's stealing. And he steals second base. So it's 2 stolen bases for Henderson today. And he was thrown out trying to stretch into a double in his other plate appearance. Trammell hits a ground ball to third. That one base, you can't hit it to. Oh, Juan Augusto is in. Oh, it gets down. I was just thinking to myself, man, if I would have seen that Augusto came in, if I had noticed it, I would have pinch hit for Gibby, but maybe he's just too good. So here's Augusto as Gibby gets that run-scoring triple. And this is his 3rd game, 3.38 ERA. I mean, you can see he pitched a lot last year. And Jeremy made this card. This is a brand new card put together for this series. So a triple for Gibby. The infield is in. And we're going to hope that Kemp can just get it over their heads to the outfield. Oh, he strikes out. Didn't even take the bat off his shoulder. So the infield's back in their regular positions. And Hancock is going to fly out to right. So the game's all tied at 4. I knew we could chip away. This is where I would normally bring in Brookins, but he sucked so bad defensively in yesterday's game. We're going to let Weaver pitch to Mullins as he strikes him out. 2 Ks for Weaver. And this is a tricky spot here. We're going to let him pitch to Henry Cruz. And he pops it up into foul ground on the third base side. Wayne Gross makes the play. So 2 down for Kevin Bell. Oh, crap, he walks Bell. So now we're going to guard the lines. I mean, Bell it's an 80 speed. So he's not super fast. Trio is going to pop it up into foul ground on the first base side, right on the line. Oh, come on! Unbelievable! So Thompson, again, Gold Glove last year. Thompson drops that. And we're going to take out Weaver, and we're going to bring in our closer for a, I don't know, 4-out opportunity here. Maybe we can score in the bottom of the inning. So, okay, we got to pull the outfield in for Cappy. And 2 runs were scored against Capizzello yesterday, but they're both unearned. And Capizzello strikes out Joe Gates as this game shouldn't even be this close. Tigers have 10 hits to the White Sox 4 hits, but they've given up a shit ton of walks. As Thompson flies out to left field, there's 1 down. Next up is Parrish. Parrish gets a base hit down the left field line. Oh man, that should have been a double. Okay, so we're gonna take out Wayne Gross, and we're gonna bring Barry Bonnell to pinch hit for Gross. And let's see, I don't want to double play. It's a line drive to third, and that'll do it for Bonnell. We have to let Parrish swing away. Oh yeah, he sucks versus lefties this year. Okay, so that ends that. Let's take a look at our defensive positioning here. I guess we're going to bring in, I could bring in Marty Castillo, but honestly, what are the odds that Brookins will make another error today? I don't know. Thompson made an error yesterday. He made an error today. So we'll see. So we're going to let Cappy pitch. We got 2 lefties coming up this inning. And Squires gets a base hit to center. So runner on first. Lemon's only hitting .250 versus lefties. Oh no, there's a walk. So first and second, as we are ready to melt down here. Mar Foley's up. Does not have a hit versus lefties. And that's not going to stop Capizzello from putting him on first base. So, Tobic or Stanley? Who's a ground ball pitcher? Not Stanley. Tobic's only slightly better. But he does have a better fastball. So maybe he could just strike them out. So that's my logic. We're going to pull the infield in and hope that Pruitt's got 2 home runs versus Tobic. Hopefully he doesn't give up a grand salami. Oh, he strikes him out. Okay, that was what I was thinking. And pull the infield in again. Mullins batting 159. Oh no, full count. Come on! That wasn't even close. That's like 10 walks. And now we have a lefty. I don't know. That's going to fall in for a hit. A little blooper. And there's 2 more runs on the board. So there was nothing I could do with the walks, the errors, the matchups. And after winning 5 in a row, this is just how it goes. As another error for for Parrish. So, yeah. I mean, when the game wants you to lose, the game wants you to lose. And a walk to Gates. Ground ball by Squires. It couldn't turn 2 on a ground ball right to short. That scores a run. It's 10-4. Lemon hits it right back to Underwood, and that'll do it. So the White Sox put a 6 spot on the board, and yeah, what are you going to do? Henderson walks. Trammell hits it to second. They turn 2 on 2 of the fastest guys on the team, and Gibson hits a ground ball. That game was bullshit. but it is what it is. We lose 10-4. And no trade offers. Take a look at the standings. And, yeah, we're 13-11. We are 4 games back of Baltimore, which is just running away with it. They've played 5 more games in Boston somehow. Not sure how that works. But Seattle's lost 5 in a row. Look, it's kind of inverse now as the West is starting to get their revenge on the East. Nonetheless, let's take a look at the transactions. Dave Collins of Minnesota is going to miss a whole year with a torn rotator cuff. He was their everyday DH. I think he was actually playing for them. 402 days. He's going under the knife. Get a robotic arm. Let's pull up the box score. Try to forget this one ever happened. I'm going to go get some alcohol. Tigers lose 10-4. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to hear my drunken ramblings. A bad one. Stupid. Multiple errors. Something I can't somehow counteract. As Ricky got 2 stolen bases, I mean, give it some credit to him. Who's going to be the player of the game? Henderson went 3 for 3, 2 walks, and 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored. So we're going to give it to him. Gibby's just tearing it up, though. 3 for 5. Great job by him. Yeah, the bullpen took a poop right there on the middle of the diamond. And that's what happens. Sometimes you're going to step in it. That's what happened to the whole bullpen. So that's going to do it for today. And we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to Oakland, and that's going to be fun. We're going to see Rick Russell. We're going to see Carlton Fisk. We're going to see Danny Schatzeder, maybe. So a bunch of former Tigers on that team. Ed Putman we traded over there. So we'll see what that team has in store for us. Until then, everyone, have a great night.